I think SUMIFS is really amazing because it's just like advanced level of SUMIF.
It's designed for accounting and finance and CPA roles. Yeah, well, that's true, especially for my audience who are largely CPAs or accounting and finance.
Yeah, I use some of them. I did not use all of them, but I use some of them, and they are really good. I think SUMIFS is really amazing because it's just like advanced level of SUMIF. You can take advantage of multiple functions of column and rows. I love that function as well. But Jeff, I know that Excel is so important and so necessary for this career. But with AI, it looks like AI can assist staffs a lot with like the report, with summaries of the detailed summary. What do you think about Excel skills play in this AI technology age?
Yeah. So I use AI every day, from ChatGPT to Copilot. And I feel like they are able to help us leverage and work faster. They're able to explain formulas that we encounter that we don't understand. So like if I inherit a workbook and it has a bunch of formulas with functions, I can copy paste and say, please explain this formula to me so I understand it. It can help me write formulas and functions. It can help me write VBA or macros. It can help me understand VBA code and macros. It can actually, with Copilot built into Excel, it can actually make changes to your workbooks. So, hey, can you create a formula column that breaks out first name from last name? And then it can actually analyze it and make commands within your actual workbook. So I see it as a great leverage of helping us work faster and learn Excel faster and be able to use some of the features that I might not be aware of, like pivot tables. Hey, create a report. Hey, use a pivot table. So it's great for that type of solution.
So there are so many Excel trainings in the market already. Like even within the firm, we also have a lot of trainings, Excel videos, maybe from different companies. How do you make yourself stand out among so many other Excel trainings company?
Yeah. So the big differences for my training is it's designed, okay. It's designed for accounting and finance and CPA roles. And so I focus only on a subset of Excel, the subset that's most going to help you work faster if you're in one of those roles. The second thing is I design it to help you with your recurring use workbooks. So I don't just teach something because it's cool. I only teach it if it helps you speed up and work faster. That's my criteria. The other thing is it builds on itself and then revisits different topics. So I might show you about concatenation in one lesson, but then we revisit that several times. And so it's not like 6 individual courses. It's like one big progression. And that's a lot different than other classes, which are more like a random collection of tips and tricks. Mine is explicitly designed in a very specific progression. And then the other thing is it's designed to give CPE credit. So if you're a CPA, we are a NASBA approved CPE sponsor. And so the classes are for CPE credit. So when you're looking for CPE, you could take some things that are I just click the attendance check and move on and I don't get anything out of it. But if you take my CPE class, I will teach you something practical that's going to impact your career and help you get your work done faster.
What the difference that you want to keep it and then you don't, that with the CPA license after your name, with like your name without CPA license, how people look at you with the CPA license?
Yeah, well, that's true, especially for my audience who are largely CPAs or accounting and finance. By having CPA at the end of my name, they know I'm them. and I'm them because I am them. I've done everything that they do, right? And so it helps them feel comfortable that the stuff I'm going to teach them is legit. It's like almost it meets a quality standard, if you can kind of think about it like that. And so as a CPA, the courses are the highest quality that they can be, especially when you add on the fact that NASBA puts a lot of quality standards, and so my classes have to meet that high threshold for delivery and for content, and so they can rest assured that it's the best training that they can get.
Do you involve in a lot of volunteering activities to spread more information about what you are doing with the Excel, your passion about Excel to students?
Yes, so actually, that's one of the things that Microsoft looks at when they're considering who to give the Microsoft MVP award to. So just by way of background, the MVP is awarded to a relatively few number of professionals for their contributions to the community. And so what that means is I donate, actually, most of my time is spent developing my free content.
Can you explain to the audience what does MVP stand for?
Sure. So it's the Microsoft Most Valuable Professional. And so once you're awarded, you apply, and then once you're awarded, you are part of a group that actually gets to interact with the program managers at Microsoft on the Excel team. And so we're currently having monthly meetings with the Excel program managers, and they're constantly getting our feedback about potential new features that they're developing. They'll show us little sneak peeks. So I'm under NDA, so I can't talk about any of the new stuff until it actually gets released.
Now, for students who are just about to graduate and for young professionals, besides the advice that they should be good at Excel, what other tips and advice you can provide to them?
I would say probably start with the larger company that you can get into, and then it's easy to go down to smaller companies as opposed to the opposite way. At least that's the approach that I took, and it worked out really well because back when I was going, there was the Big Six, and so I went to Arthur Andersen, and having that name on my resume, I could literally go to any company in the US and get a job there. And so it stacks up your resume to give you leverage to go to your next step in the process. So that would kind of be what I would recommend.